interested, right? At least that was him tabling, was there tabling his grievances of how the police, they don't trust the police and why they will not sign any peace accord. Nobody just enter streets. They just slug them out. Nobody deceive anybody. But Reverend Father Crooked, the partner to terrorist Abdul Salami Abubakar, had this to say. Crooked, Lababs, thank you very much for that, sir. Very generous of you. Thank you. Reverend Father Crooked.
Because there is no part of this country that has produced the number of party chairmen that Edo State has produced. Edo State produced Anthony Adeniyi. Edo State produced Tommy Dini. Edo State produced John Oyemo. Edo State produced Comrade Adams Oshi-omo-ole. So this is evidence that you have all the opportunities that God can give to you. So please, we take those seriously. Want to encourage you to please ensure that these elections are free, fair, and credible. Everybody will go finish and go back to their coach. We are the ones who are going to live here. And either chairman, please, it is not true that whatever results come out, it is like God wants it. Please, what is the rule of that one? We are not finished yet until we are going to all everything as an opportunity to explore the remedies they can find. When you finish, whether Supreme Court, it is because there is nowhere to go after Supreme Court. That's why you can say, okay, God, I have nowhere else to go. I live in your heart. So please, I like to appeal to all contestants. By the time we come here, please try and solve the problems. There are challenges for the resolution of the problem. The peace committee has the mechanisms to help when it is necessary in collaboration with IBM and ICP to resolve something. We don't want to come here on the day of this event before we start hearing grievances that people have. But please, let's respect the process, respect the environment, and we come here to accompany you, and like I say, we can no cry more than you. So, once again, on behalf of the chairman of the peace committee, let us thank God for our great country, Nigeria. They had elections in Venezuela last month. As we are talking now, the candidate who said he won the election has fled, is now living in Spain. So let us thank God that we have the opportunity in Nigeria to spread our hands in search of justice. We continue to pray that God will strengthen the judicial processes, strengthen all our institutions. There will come a time, there will come a day when the election will be free, fair, and credible. And like somebody said, when they observed elections in Ghana many years ago, they said the elections were free, they were fair, but they were not free from fear. So, as we can see, there is no fear, and we don't have a PNR for election. I wish we have. But as you can see, they've been playing football for over 100 years. Still, the rules have changed. So please, we hope that every failure, correction will be made, and the next election will be better. And we are thankful to God that Nigerians are learning the lesson, becoming confident about elections as a legitimate and only means of people getting to power, and that the worst election cannot be remedied by another election. So once again, I want to thank His Excellency the Governor of Edo State, thank all the political actors, and thank all of you for being here with us. May God bless us, may God bless the state of Edo, may God bless our dear country, Nigeria. For you, the media people, all the people who did most of the work, the decorations here, and everybody, on behalf of the peace committee, I want to thank you for doing such a wonderful job. God bless you all. IGP, thank you very much. Chairman of ICAN, General Nagway, Professor. This is your hometown, which is not the one thanking you. Professor Gogodia is a several doctor of Edo State. We thank you for being here. Our chairman, once again, thank you very much, and may God send
nuisance lele.
So that they go everywhere, because they will give them millions of naira, okay, as a walking Esther coach. And then they go about, the way they are, it's like a packaged stamp, okay? The man that had the chance of making himself like president, but just robbed Nigeria for 11 months, stole trillions of naira. okay? And then he handed over power to a civilian. And all of his sins, his corruption and everything forgiven. And that makes him elder statesman. Abdulsalami Abubakar, somebody who's supposed to stay jail, right? So because of that, he's enjoying that. To make it legit, they added somebody where they put a smoker for head. They send a man of God, Reverend Father Crooked. And once that one says, in the name of God and all of that, let us try and make this election peaceful and peaceful. Even now that people have been saying that maybe one day we'll have a peaceful, free and fair elections in Nigeria, and this is our country. But after that, if you die in the election, Baba, you die wrongfully. They carry your body go police station. You die wrongfully. People die in their elections, and after that, you don't go see Reverend Father Crooked anymore. You will not see Abdul Salami. You will not see any of these guys anymore until the next another election. They will show again. They will show again and begin to talk about peace. So the Edo people feels like they can't be deceived, like the women. Thank you so much, Aoki 360-degree. That's very generous of you, sir. Thank you. Here, the Edo women.
I'm from River State.
Be very clear. Edo PDP women. So that we will not mix them together. Misrepresentation. Edo PDP women, they left the scene and took to the streets to say they do not believe in the IG, in INEC, and the rest of all this gang that have now suddenly loved the Edo. They love Edo so much that they want your election to be peaceful. And a lie. It's not going to be any peaceful election anyway. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. So why are they lying to themselves?
Another challenge.
Good women of Edo State, we are tired of suffering. Our husband is being arrested every day. Our children, they are victims of the police. So many people that is keeping peace in this Edo State has been arrested. They don't want free and fair election. We want free and fair election.
Remove phones back.
God will not let it. Everybody, when you wish at all well,
Make it continue.
How many people police go shoot? 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 Go shoot us tire.
Anarchy loans. Anarchy loans.
And that's the state of Edo. Meanwhile, Oshi-omo-ole also has something to say. Now that they believe that since Obaseki has told the PDP not to sign any peace accord, that in itself is a declaration of war. But this guy believes that why is Obaseki the one telling them not to sign? Obaseki is not contesting for any election. So why? He has some other things he added though. But listen to this on top this Edo election. So
you know, signing a peace accord or reaching an agreement to maintain peace and orderliness in the run-up to the election and thereafter is not statutory and it's not mandatory. But like you said, it's a show of goodwill and commitment to making sure that Edo is peaceful for all of us. And by extension, Nigeria is peaceful. We cannot afford to have an election that will be so crisis-ridden as to make everybody in the country apprehensive. I'm sure that was the brain behind the whole initiative. To make sure that, yes, people are committed to ensuring peace, orderliness. Because once you have peace, orderliness, and people are free to exercise their franchise democratically, that is when you will now have a democratic election that will be truly free, fair, and transparently a manifestation of the wish of the people of Edo State. So for me, it's a good sign that the initiative is laudable. But unfortunately, the PDP, as it were, refused to sign the accord. Like I said earlier, it's not mandatory. So it's not a statutory thing that you must sign. If they choose not to sign, well, it's their luck. But for the sake of putting the records straight, at least 16 political parties signed out of the 17. And that is fair enough. That is good. That is good. But the only reason I can adduce, if you permit me to proceed further, is that the mayhem that has been going on in Edo State cannot be acceptable to anybody. The killings, the destruction of properties that have been going on for some days now is most unfortunate. And for the governor and his party to refuse to sign, to commit themselves to ensuring peace and orderliness during the election and after the election, it shows that they are ready to still continue to carry out these attacks. And it's most unfortunate because I can't see any reasonable cause for attack against security agents that even led to the killing of an inspector of police. Just 2 weeks ago, right from up Edo North, Edo local government area, 3 persons were attacked, properties were vandalized. As we speak, not less than 4 or 5 persons from Esako. They are in the hospital, we are attacked. And in Ekmoma, the university town of Ekmoma, about 4 or 5 persons were attacked. They are all lying critically here at the hospital. And this thing is not good for our polity. And I want to advise my brother, the governor. You are the governor of Edo State. You cannot continue to sponsor mayhem. You cannot continue to sponsor attack against your people, because immunity will end one day. And above all, if we want to talk of democratic principles, it is not by you forcing yourself on the people. You must not insist that it is the person you brought that must be governor at all costs. It is not possible. Election is a goodwill. If you enjoy the goodwill of the people, fine, they will give it to you without you even fighting for it. But unfortunately, what we have in Edo State today, everybody is apprehensive. There is tension everywhere. People even run away from buildings as I speak with you because the governor has directed. And thank God, the Inspector General of Police has disbanded the Edo State Security Network because they be constituting a lot of havoc. When the body was set up, some of us were happy that we have such an outfit, at least to fight insecurity. But unfortunately, it turned out they became an instrument that is being used for political vendetta, political oppression and suppression. So at the end of the day, it goes to show that the peace accord was necessary, was inevitable, but unfortunately, they refused to commit themselves.
Okay, you made that very clear that it's not it's not a mandatory gesture.
No, it's not mandatory.
And you also stated that these attacks are being orchestrated by the governor. Can you tell us, as a barrister, can you tell us about the proof you have about those?
No, the governor himself said it, that if his people that committed criminal offense are arrested, Nigeria will burn. Openly, he didn't hide it. And if you follow events consequentially that have been happening since he made that statement, all his people, all his followers have been making the same statement that Nigeria will burn. A few days ago, his chief thug, who imposed on Nigeria Labour Congress as state chairman of Nigeria Labour Congress, Oshi-omo-ole, you cannot write his name. But the governor insisted, anti-democratically, he insisted that he must be the chairman of Nigeria Labour Congress. A stark illiterate. Openly picked up a microphone. Governor was standing, he was announcing to the crowd that if they don't declare a Golo government area for PDP, Nigeria, signing a peace accord.
Is that true? Because I saw a video of Obaseki, indeed, right? When he said, if APC, Egbekegbe, should try and rig the election in Edo State, Nigeria will burn. Edo people, not true. Here is another person banking on this, not signing the peace accord as a catalyst for mayhem, as an excuse for war. And they say there is so much apprehension in Edo State, where a lot of people are currently living under the fear of possible attack. Or every finger is pointing at the governor, Obaseki. Here is another guy.
In 2020, Obaseki had the goodwill of the federal government under Buhari. Remember, it was on your program, Oshi-omo-ole was removed as national chairman in the evening. He activated that. He knew that was the only way he could win that election. He was at the peace signing of the peace accord in 2020. What has changed? He wants to control the structure. In 2016, it was Oshi-omo-ole that made him governor with his goodwill. He didn't complain about commissioner of police. In 2020, he cried to Buhari. Because of the internal wranglings in the APC, they removed Oshi-omo-ole. He enjoyed full support of the federal government. This is the very first election he's supporting a candidate where he's not getting support. Remember, the first election he had as a general election as governor in recent times after he left Oshi-omo-ole was the election of last year. What was the performance of PDP? They had 3 senators, they lost. In the election that took place on the 25th of February last year, PDP did not win a single ward in the entire Edo South. That is the fear Obaseki is having. Why is he interested in who is commissioner of police? This man has an army. He calls them Edo Vigilante. These are people who commit crimes against Edo people. But they are non-state actors.
You don't have evidence to...
I'm talking of an incident that took place at the airport. The day Philip Shaibu came
and you can
from
link them
Abuja to Benin. Of course, that is why the governor is screaming blue murder. The ugly of the APC candidate was shot and killed. The governor did not show any sign of remorse. They were celebrating in government house, only for the governor to come and say, if any of the people who killed that man are arrested, Nigeria will burn. The video was viral. I don't know if channels, but other TV stations used the video.
But the issue was that the police said they arrested some people in relation to it, and we heard Azue Godalo and Obaseki saying, let us see those who are arrested. Let us know the import on the outcome of what really happened.
For me, I think what is important is the persons that have been declared wanted. About 15 of them are being housed in government house. I know their names. If you want me to mention their names, I'll mention their names. They even moved with Obaseki on the campaign ground. He keeps them under his immunity as governor. Some of them will go on national TV, like there's one, Olaye. That man comes into political party meetings with a pump action. I've challenged him once in one of our meetings.
Have you seen it before? You've seen the pump action in his
I'm telling you, I'm a manta. I don't know how to lie. My name is Truth. He has come for a meeting with a pump action. I complained to the chief of staff. They said, no, that's his style. That same man was one of those involved in that murder. He said the other day, my local government...
What's the allegation that of criminal...
I'm telling you
when
that...
you are alleging that someone committed murder...
He's hiding under the cover of the government.
But do you have evidence? You can't
I just told you that he moves around with a pump action.
No, but did you see him kill the person?
There's an allegation.
I wouldn't allow you to murder someone's character on television because you're a lawyer. You know that when you see someone killed... Just a moment.
I said he was involved in that allegation of murder. I didn't say he shot at him, but these are the persons who are suspects. The law presumes him innocent, but why is Obaseki preventing the police from doing their work? That is our grouse. The police officer that was killed has a family. Why are they trying to frustrate the police? So the commissioner of police in the state, Obaseki, wants him to do his bidding. These individuals that, I give you the present instance now. The local government chairman in East and West, we had APC people in the campaign ground. You went there with your boys. They almost killed one of them. Then what did he do? He bandaged his hand. He was arrested. They realized that he had no injury. And he actually has admitted he was arraigned today. As I speak to you, he was arraigned today. So the law must take its course. The only person that has immunity is Obaseki. Okay, look at the way he has been treating his deputy governor. A man that is not crime wolf was a man that ejected his deputy governor from government house. He has an impostor who parades himself as deputy governor. So I think the Nigerian state must protect the electoral process. If they are saying that, oh, because they didn't sign the peace accord, and they are saying that the elections must hold. When the governor had local government elections, did the heavens fall? We know what happened during the local, that's the most recent election. So they should allow INEC to do their work. They should allow the police to do their work. Whoever has committed a criminal offense must face the law.
So you have painted a picture as though the system has always favored Obaseki.
Exactly. So but this time around, it's not favoring him, and it's screaming blue murder.
So it's favoring the APC now?
Not favoring him. Due process is being followed, and Obaseki is screaming blue murder. I ask you,
due process,
is it not the duty of the police to provide security? Is it the duty of non-state actors like the people Obaseki calls his vigilante, who move with arms that are not allowed? They move with pump action?
But, I mean, so the question I'm asking, for example, Blessing Agbomere wearing a spy police uniform, is that the kind of favor that your party is enjoying?
I totally condemn that in the strongest of terms, because for me, wearing a uniform is a sign of authority. I know what the spy police is about. Their duty is to assist the police. But for me, he abused that privilege. And whatever it is that the police are saying that they will do, I think the law must take its course. It does not matter who is involved. Because when we talk of the rule of law, we are talking of equality before the law. If an APC person commits an offense, he should face the law.
But these are some of the handwriting they say they're seeing on the wall, indicating that your party is being favored into going towards this election.
But you heard what the police said, that he has been arrested.
So now, how do you defend or how do you convince Nigeria that that is not just a snippet of what to come? That your party, because they say that your party is in connivance with the police force.
With profound respect, they've been celebrating the arrest of Agbomere, right? So in one breath, they celebrate his arrest. In another breath, they are saying some persons should not be arrested. And these persons move freely inside government house. Whenever the governor, there was a time they were to arrest Olaye on a campaign ground. The governor's chief security officer resisted that arrest. So for me, I think the governor must understand he's not on the ballot. People have been complaining that he operates as a godfather. He has proven that he's the godfather of Aswa Godalo, because when the former head of state, Abdul Salim Abubakar, visited him, he was speaking as if he's a candidate that they will not sign. It is not the duty of the governor to sign that peace accord. It's the duty of his party and the candidate of the PDP, which in this case is Aswa Godalo.
Are you worried about that the PDP candidate did not sign?
I think it was the instruction Obaseki gave him, his godfather gave him, and Obaseki gave us a hint. And they are even saying they will boycott next week's election. People boycotted the local government elections, did the heavens fall. That election was rigged by PDP back to back. This election is one of the freest and fairest we've seen so far. You find a situation where we have a candidate of the PDP, INEC was supposed to disqualify him. This is a man that does not have a voter's card. The INEC was very magnanimous to him. We know what happened in court. But I don't want to go into...
They are all holding Obaseki to his word that it seems that Obaseki is sounding desperate. And I can understand, because